Welcome back to what could be a very exciting map of Counter-Strike here. Mousesports and Vitality have split the difference. They've got one map each, both with dominant scorelines, especially in that second one. That was such a great showing from the international squad of Mousesports. And we go to Dust 2, where I have to say, after watching that, I feel like I'm leaning towards Mousesports now. It feels like that squad on this map will do so much damage, and Vitality got the work cut out for them.
It's the right map for the victory.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see the odds. I want to see the odds because when you're putting down that 4-point-X odds, it's panic time, baby. Well, it's time to hit the bigger red button. Holy crap. Let's bring down those odds. Things are getting out of hand.
Let's not get too excited here.
Okay.
So far, we've had a matchup whereby it has so much been decided about who starts on which side, CT or T side.
Dust 2 doesn't have those factors.
Yeah, I was going to say, do we feel like Dust 2 is somewhat immune to this effect in this matchup? Or do we think that it's going to be similar?
It really depends on the matchup. I think it's really difficult. Like, it's still, even though it's been back in the map pool for like a few months now, it's not played that often. Like in the major Katowice, we didn't see it once in the first stage of the tournament, right? In the best of ones, we didn't see it at all. It was really weird. And that is just such a different kind of almost polarizing effect compared to what Dust 2 used to be back in the day. That was like the forefront of CSGO. Every game would have Dust 2 in it. Everyone played it. No one wants to anymore because it's one of those maps where top teams especially find it to be a little bit too random. Now the skill levels got so high with even like the tier 2, tier 3 teams. Individual skill will get you through a Dust 2 game. So you don't really want to play that if you're a top team. You want to use your strategy and your teamwork to win games. So it's difficult to really say where Dust 2 lies in that sense. But still, with these two teams on the server, both of them play it, Mousesports looking lights out individually, I feel like this could be one of the best games of this season so far. We had some amazing games of the year, potentially. I did say of all time before the break. I was obviously being a little bit
toned it down a little bit.
Facetious.
Oh, look at that. Look at those odds. It is just clean. Even.
Right down the... That makes sense.
Even.
I was going to say that. Like, you've had
so,
two
these are literally
results.
the closest... It's not going to get closer than this, is it?
It can't. No, it actually can't. So 1.9 each. So that's not bad. Just get stuck in.
See, now, if you went for the juice, let me know if you went for the juice, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get that diabetes.
We're into it. We're into it.
Take us away, Dan.
Well, Mousesports on the CT side, that's perhaps a very good look for them. I would only imagine that they've won the knife.
Yes,
if that's happened.
Most teams do favour the CD side. Just to answer your question specifically, it's not like it's a CD-sided map, but most teams prefer to start on the CD side. It's where you can get those double orbs out. You win the piss, still get a great start. You can look very good, but at the same time, money is a massive issue, but maybe not so much in this current patch. We haven't seen too much Dust 2 played on this version of the game so far, so we'll see how it pans out. We're off towards middle and short, but looks like as Chris J spots a few. Can't do any significant damage just yet. Looking for the headshots, but they have made their way up short.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Carnage begins. Apex will challenge towards long, and the 1v1 against Woxic will not be a successful one, as Woxic, he gets gooshed. Feels bad, man.
Oh. Ooh, absolutely wrecked. Took a hammer to the face. Chris J and Rops, 2 versus 4, in a very bad position, coming in from the low ground. I'm not sure if Vitality have identified that they're both here just yet, but it won't take very long. Lovely angle from MBK. Now there can be the crossfire from up high and up low. Rops lives enough to turn around and face his executor. Look me in the eye.
Vitality managed to pick up the all-important pistol round there. Mousesports, though, trust me, they can make this round work, Dan. This is a very, very important moment of the game. The dual scouts in the hands of Chris J and Voxic on Dust 2. That scares me. I don't like the player. Yeah, you just feel like they're coming. You know what's coming there. And you're not even challenging T-Spawn. You're just like, you know what? You can face it. No problem. Oh. That's what I'm talking about. MBK gets a taste of his own medicine. A scout shot right to the face.
His face will never be the same, Henry.
No, it's ruined.
It's arse face now.
It's absolutely ruined.
It's been destroyed.
Forever known as arse face.
From now on. Well, there we go. That's a strong start for the CTs. And at this point, long control for Vitality. They have AKs, 2 SMGs, and 1 smoke. So they can't really cross long safely. There's no options here. They need a pick.
What they can do is they can, from this position, smoke short and smoke CT. Those are the 2 smokes you want.
Smokes, you're right. I thought it was just one.
Those are the 2 smokes. Those are the money smokes in a push like this. Okay, there's no smokes coming in so far from long. So that means they're just going to smoke the cross. Oh, that's a nice one. Maybe they'll be okay, Henry.
We will see. Flashbang in the air, Carrigan's ready to strike, and it's not the cleanest of interactions there with the CZ. Jump shot when the scout has to connect to this point. It's not looking good though, takes a bullet in the head, and that explosive start from Mousesports has been shut down. Vitality have guaranteed the 2-0 with a clean sweep. Okay, one player going down, that's just MBK. They keep 4 alive, it's full eco next. Apex the long spawn as well. Great strategy on this sort of round, just go peek long, don't commit. Teammates get ready to go in towards B. If you kill 2 there, which is pretty likely considering the circumstances, go in towards B. If nothing is spotted, go back into the default and operate in that manner. We'll see if Apex can open things up. He's almost certainly going to go have a little exploration towards that side. He jumps over, and there are 4 players on the CD side heading towards long. So we'll get some backup. Don't have to commit, but he is going to make his way out. I don't necessarily love that, but they haven't swung out and challenged him, but he's done a lot of damage to that HE. This is looking very good for him now. They're all soft, they're all juicy, as he finds 3 kills. Alex will join him with 2, I should say, so 2 apiece, and it's going to be a 5-man clean sweep this time for Vitality.
One thing I have to say that I love, that this is like the only sort of Street Fighter thing that could perhaps ever make it into Counter-Strike, is that, and obviously it's not actually in Counter-Strike but in our HUDs, is the fact that, you know, you see that damage and then you see that red,
yes,
and then the red just disappears.
Yeah,
with that noise.
Yeah.
You know, so I love that, because it was very difficult before to tell how much damage nades would do, but now we can be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh
now you can see the pile drivers.
It'd be great for future tournaments, like just to show how, like when we have a significant round like that, just a little graphic that could come up and say utility damage done in the previous round, you know, by that team.
Yeah.
So, like we've got Astralis playing a massive round towards B on Inferno, just say Astralis utility damage that round 300. It's like, okay, well that's obviously significant.
Ooh,
as we have the double orbs here. Boosted up, Chris J narrowly misses out on the first shot, but no casualties taken. Bit of a bonus situation here for Vitality with the SMGs coming through, and there's 4 players without helmets. Voxic has no armor at all, so this is actually one of the best bonus situations you could possibly be on. They've got a lack of utility, they're desperate for kills, and you've got close range weaponry, which will punish the fact they have no helmets here. So all good for Vitality so far.
Close range weaponry, not too many close ranges on Dust 2, however. So with that said, looks like they do want to go into the B-bomb sites. And we have Mr. Rops there with the AUG. Smoke, 2 flashes, and also to support him is Woxic. Without the Kevlar, Woxic currently looking towards double doors. From the B double doors, let's see if they can hold this. There is the counter utility. That will make life a little bit more difficult. Molotov starting to come in. And how much damage can the B defenders do? That's a good start for Vitality. And Woxic is out of there. This is over, isn't it? This is over, isn't it?
Yep. It's more over now. Moreover, it's now moreover. Trying to hold on to the significant parts of their buy, Mousesports. They lost a little with that last frag. But the rest is very important. Carrigan with the Nitro silenced M4.
I have that one.
That was a very popular skin when it came out.
Yeah.
Exchanging of positions. Somebody just keeping an eye on the bomb, making sure nothing untoward is happening. It seems that Mousesports will save 3 weapons. That's quite significant. Vitality, though. 4-0 start on Dust 2. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's hard to get aggressive on the CT side, too. There's not really all that many options, if any, to go aggressive, except for that catwalk. You know, we see the boost sometimes. We see a stack to try to catch players coming in from upper tunnels to lower tunnels. You can't really push long doors. You can't really push B tunnels, not at the beginning of the rounds that well. It's a bit too risky. So as CTs kind of just have to react. And that is why this map is very hard on the CT side.
And yeah, they got themselves in a bit of a hole here. They do save weaponry, but no double orb set up for now. Chris J will have to challenge Zaiwu, who's looking pretty mighty right now. Holding strong towards the T-spawn boxes. Apex in lower B. Loss bonus racking up and weapon save. Mousesports still have a horse in the race here, but scoreline starting to get a little bit worrying for them as we have a strong devo here from Vitality looking to get their way towards short. Zaiwu looking for any opportunities towards middle with Chris J. Exact same mentality. No Xbox smoke as of yet. They're going to be just flashing and trying to make their way up, and Zaiwu will hope the overread faces, and they do, but the flashbang comes in turn, and it's actually the opening pick for Mousesports. A couple for Chris J as they get the advantage, and they've got the bomb. Oh, it's well within vision as well. Couldn't be more on a plate for him.
That's why he starts on CT side.
Wonderful.
You get the angle on cats. Sometimes great things can happen. Alex trying to eliminate these players, pulled him away from that bomb, perhaps. NBK with a lovely angle on the barrel over the smoke into the ramp, into the pit, whatever you like to call it. RPK going back though, he's going to get traded. Now I don't know where both players are, but where is NBK? Ah, I could have said NBK, that would have been a very nice transition, but never mind. 35 seconds remaining, and Rops has the angle. He's gone from AWP to AUG. NBK sees him teasing, killing time. NBK has to assume that the second CT will probably be in an insurmountable position on the A bomb site based on the time. He can't really check everything. So he'll quietly make his way towards B. The best decision, I think, but the time is going to be tight. Will he look in the right position? I think he's by the car. He did the best he could, but it was a hard task.
Yeah, Rob's positioned perfectly there. He was managing all situations with tunnels and towards middle as well. It all started with this moment though. Chris J with a nice double fight. The flashbang was fantastic. Managed to take down Apex as well, but they did a good job of making the round expensive still. You can see there's tons of money on the Vitality side. Not so much for the CTs, as Vitality will call for a tactical timeout, and I'm sure the AWP will be brought out once again. They know they've got themselves in a very advantageous position, and they've been just riding the coattails of the SMGs and aggression so far. We'll see if they want to slow things right down at this stage as Voxic brings out the secondary orb once more. We did say this could be an absolutely epic map. I still think it has that available to it when you see Mousesports get on their feet financially first. Very important round. See what they can do with it. Good B spawn for 3 of the players of Vitality. They're looking in that direction as well. I don't think they'll commit to it, but they'll certainly have a little prod around. Such a strong spawn. He doesn't really get better than that. You got the Apex with the best possible spawn possible, and then the 2 after it as well. So maybe they will just feel like it's worth jumping in. We'll have a look. Definitely not. Towards lower they go.
So they have position to check through middle. Nice flash coming through. You want to check these close positions. As Zoe has an AWP, he can't really check that close right position. There's 2 spots which are really close, and that barrel will definitely be showing. So he's just holding the angle. Has seen Chris J being super active with flashbangs, so they want to punish that. And that's why Zyru is there at the double doors. He's looking to punish Chris J if he goes for a peek. Chris J is being very disciplined and passive this round. Great nade damage coming in there, though. That is a clean 80 damage off of 1 nade, I think, from Karrigan. Lovely. And Vitality have Catwalk now. 50 seconds to go. Mousesports look very well prepared for an A push. And they don't have reason to suspect B just yet. So Mousesports feels like they're ready for this.
Time will tell down. Execution for Vitality suddenly there. Smokes, flashbangs, Molotovs making their way through the 5-man pounce against the double AWP setup. Voxic is aware flashbangs will be coming through. He needs to hit at least one of these shots as they drop down. They punish Karrigan completely. You can see that smoke so stifling for the AWP. He hasn't even taken a shot yet. That's a really classic Dust 2 execution. You don't actually see enough of these days, to be honest, as it's worked out perfectly. CTs might even just save off this one. Karrigan gets wrecked. AWPs can do nothing, and that's round over.
Yeah.
The start they wanted.
I don't think you often see a save of 4 people on the A-bomb site with possession of long, but 2 players coming in the underpass area. Okay, well, it's Chris J, of course, with the shotgun. Now they go for the double peek, trying to get past the angle. Zyru will get second grapplet whip, and that will be Woxic taken out as well. It was never going to be easy, but they're on the site. Can they find a way to defuse the bomb, though? That is a very fast shot from Zyru, and it seems that they will lose absolutely everything, Mousesports. I did say it's hard. You don't often see 4-man save when it's planted on the A bomb site, but
I feel like that was worth it though.
Yeah, no one on the high ground of short makes it very difficult.
You had double AWPs on the retake. The bomb was down. You had no positional control at all. They got a few kills for it, but they've lost everything. They don't have a chance in this round now. They really, if you looked at the percentages of winning that round, I really don't think going for it was the right call. Dust 2 is one of those maps where you can just say like, well, we'll have 1 player on a pistol next round. That's fine. We've got 4 weapons here. It'll be enough. We've got double AWPs, which is massive. We've got Chris J and Voxic on this team. We can bring this back. I'm really surprised they went for that.
Good play into B as well, just as a response to these save rounds. And it's going to be just over straight away. I have to say, though, Zyru did have to play it pretty much perfectly. Hang on! That is a chance now. Rops has somehow found 2 Deagle kills. The flank comes in. Oh my god, MBK, what's going on there? He's missed his opportunity perhaps. Rops will fall back, has an AWP in hand. They're not, I don't think, going to challenge for the bomb plant, but that's good damage. They've picked up an AWP. Rops can actually secure this into the next round. That's a big, big win.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Fantastic Deagle headshots and another kill. Probably not going to win the round, but certainly causing damage here and making things uncomfortable. They'd have to kill absolutely everyone right now. Alex has to go down at this point. They'll get a defuse in. It's going to be very close. I can't believe there's a chance they win this round.
Who need to fall by, Henry, when you've got man like Rops?
Oh my god, how on earth have they managed to pull that one out the bag? That is ridiculous.
That's so sick. That shouldn't have been happening.
That is so sick.
It's all because of MBK. Like, the reason I said, like, they still win the round, MBK, this was a free kill for him. He could have come and knifed him. And he missed the really, not easy shot, but he, like, fired too early and couldn't actually do anything about it. The defuse comes in as well with, like, 0.3 seconds to spare. That's pretty unreal. And Mousesports right back on their feet. You're right, James. Who needs weapons when you've got Deagles and players like Rops, apparently?
That's awesome.
Man like Rops.
I was going to say that. It just doesn't sound natural coming out of my mouth. So, left it.
Fair enough.
And is that the big momentum shift? You know, when you win a round like that, it's emotionally a very big deal. Everyone's feeling good. It was a tough round to win. They found an opportunity. They pounced on it. Rops opened everything up. Big performance from him. And now Vitality, they need to steal that momentum back and need to forget about the failures of the past rounds. You can see once again they're looking to try to punish any peaks on middle, but Mousesports being very disciplined once again, just sitting 2-3. They're not going to pull anyone out of the B-bomb site unless it's absolutely necessary. And Vitality, they are just sitting on short right now. They're not really challenging middle. So Mousesports will continue to just stay a 2-3 setup, playing it safe, but Vitality, they're going to make a call soon. Chris J's going in, and that's it. If you wait too long, the CTs will take some kind of a play. That's what this level, these caliber players can do, and now it just gets worse.
Smoke down for short. Does give you a slight one-way, that one. Not going to be using it just yet. Taking vision away from the CTs as they go back towards B. Carrigan, now this is an interesting push. One, I would say, was not required at all. You got a 5-on-3, and now you've opened up the floodgates. Rops do flash, but it looks like he'll be okay. He handles the situation well, and like I said, Carrigan making that sort of push has made things uncomfortable now, but Frozen manages to steer things back in the right direction. Alex in a 3 versus 1. Bomb planted at least. The money will be okay next round, but won't be ideal. See if he can get this really important kill towards the tunnels. Now up against the double orbs, he actually has a fighting chance here.
Lining up by the door. Very tight choke point. Easy for Alex's sprays on point. And they will be deleted, eliminated, erased from the blackboard.
I hope the reason Carrigan did that is not because he doesn't have any kills yet, because, as you say, Henry, that was completely unnecessary. It was like a 4 versus 3.
It was a 5 versus 3.
5 versus 3 situation. Yeah. Literally no reason to move a muscle. You've won the rounds.
If it was no smoke there, I would forgive it a little bit more because you actually have a chance of the duel. He's gone through a smoke willingly and unprovoked and just given that frag away and really thrown Rops to the wolves. That's a massive mistake there, and one that could come back and haunt them. They were right back in this game, and that's a significant round to lose, and it might even tilt the players slightly. So there we go. 6-2. Vitality steal it away.
Well, that's the peak that Vitality were waiting for. Woxic will straight into the trap. Is there a gun to be collected for Carrigan? Yes, he's able to grab it and fall back. At least, you know, the orb can be saved. You can see Rops now usually going to be anchoring that B-bomb side. He's all the way out into middle. Big frag to win. He's locked down the double doors, looking to drop a smoke there as well, potentially. But not before Chris J can pick one off on Catwalk. Mousesports converting him with these AWPs, and now Alex will try to walk out, but without any flash support. Again, that should have been a good one for Carrigan, a good 1v1 with the AWP, but it fails. And now Vitality back with advantage with a bomb plant to play with, but maybe not. Rops, he's still doing damage.
They've planted a bomb for short. NBK, though, short with the AWP. Maybe there's another job for him to do. Try and clear out some different directions. Maybe assuming that there's less likelihood. They'll switch roles, in fact. Behind the barrels, he'll only get 1 kill. RPK Molotov going to force his way forward. Double peek from Mousesports, and they will get their 3rd round on the board. surviving with 2 players. Is there another AWP to collect for Chris J? There is. That is a very strong situation to be in for them. They haven't got a consecutive round yet, but they may have just righted the ship.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. They recover the double orbs. It's Robs and Chris J who will survive. The back and forth game now. Mousesports starting to look a little bit more deadly as the money starts to be drained from Vitality here. You can see 2,400 on MBK. Same story for Apex as well. They're going to buy somewhat into this with CZ and armor. See if this is going to be enough to make a dent. They've got a couple of smokes. I would say a B split likely with their current setup. But anything can and will happen. Round 10. MBK looking towards long, swallows a grenade.
Meat. No potatoes, no vegetables, just meat.
Frozen defending by himself here. Nice flashbangs coming out and some assistance from Woxic too. Only thing that can really go the way of favor for Vitality is that one-on-one from Apex, but they'll have a hard time getting into that B bomb site with no utility against an AWP of all things. Chris J going for an advanced angle, misses the first shot and catches Alex trying to bunny his way through to the bomb site there, trying to make himself hard to hit, but Chris J is simply too good. Zayu, though, in with the deagle, straight to the chest. Chris J's down, and there's no one here to stop this plant from happening. AWP picked up, smoke on the doors, enough time to plant and find a position. Zayu is absolutely on for this.
1 versus 2. How does he choose his timing? He can peek towards the door from his position, I do believe. Crouching, hiding behind the box. So again, he could peek more to his left, but then that would increase his exposure. With the corner closer to him, the window would be quite risky. No sound cues given away. Watching the left, there's one from the right. Does he have the idea of the other player? Where he is, there he is. Back to the AWP now. Now he's in a strong position. He knows all the information, but a Molotov will force him forward. Slowly but surely, he will deliver the kill. He will fall. He will die for the cause. They will name a street after him, Henry. Rude Zaiwu.
He certainly falls on his sword there towards the end. Amazing stuff from Zaiwu. 3 versus 1. Gets the AWP out as well, and he plays it perfectly. He even gets himself in a compromised position. The incendiary lands on him. You can see Voxic's the one who's feeling the pressure a little bit more. Zaiwu just seems calm here. Nails a shot. He's not pulling the knife out. He's not jumping around. He's just like, I've got 2 seconds to find this kill, and he absolutely delivers. And back and forth we go. Rounds being stolen away left, right, and center as the scouts come out once again. Trust me, they have a chance of winning this one as Chris J does get tagged at the start of the round. Down to 28. His scout has been nerfed somewhat. He'll have to fall back towards the A site. And how can they do anything with this now? Zaiwu follows it up and finishes off the job.
Zaiwu is just one of those very special talents.
Yes.
That it's like he doesn't need the experience that many top players need. Like, and when I say top players, some of the best, absolute best in the world that we have. He just understands the game. Like, he just gets it. And that is something very special. And he's able to deliver under pressure as well. Unless it's an interview. If it's an interview on stage, not quite the best. Yeah, not quite the best, but yeah, that's okay.
Well, I mean, he knows what he wants to say. It's just no. It's pretty clear.
I don't know.
He said, I don't know every time.
Yeah.
That was so, if anything, not decisive at all. Just, I don't know.
Well, he thinks he's a police interview. You know, he's got nightmares.
I don't know, man. Speak
I
to my
don't know,
lawyer.
mate. Is this on record? I don't know. It's all right.
But that's the thing. Like, that's part of being a player. And like, you can be great at the game, but if you want to be an established personality, that's something you're gonna have to learn as well. I'm afraid you can't just play the game. You have to build your brand up. It's all part of the process. You're gonna have
media training.
Get some English under your belt and handle yourself on camera if you want to be one of the true legends of the game. It's not just fancy footwork on the server that's required.
The true legends.
Yeah.
Get an agent, get a life coach. I'm available.
You could be, I was about to say, you
Dan
could be
as a life coach.
Yeah, you could be the coach.
I would save them from that.
That would be an interesting dynamic.
Do you know what? I would love to see that as a reality
DJs.
show. Dan's life advice. That would be fan-freaking-tastic.
I would love it. It'd be interesting.
He'd be a made man.
Lots of smoothies, broccoli as well, thrown in there.
You gotta have your broccoli.
Put it in the smoothie though.
Hit it in this. That's fair. Yeah.
A sachet of broccoli
These are the kind of
for
things
emergency purposes. You're never too far away from a modern microwave.
A modern microwave. We've all the throwbacks going on now. A modern microwave is required for a healthy lifestyle. That's what we've taken away from this week. As we get into round 12 here, Vitality looking very healthy themselves. Mousesports, they have not force-bought into this one, but they have got an AK save in the previous round, and a scout as well. About 2k per player. Starting to drop off now in terms of the overall score. 8-3 as a play is being made towards the top and middle. That's Carrigan. It looked fantastic on Mirage, somewhat silenced by MBK there though. AK-47 to the face. Robs will get similar treatment in the upper tunnels. And Frozen trying to do anything he can. One kill is great. Chris J have a chance in the upper B tunnels to get one more, but that's such a classic angle from RPK. He's done that to me in Source. He's held that angle for like 10 years now. I remember him so much just holding that specific angle
Still triggered,
all the time.
of course.
It's the exact same angle, the same way he's
Anyone who's played with Henry knows how triggered he is right now. It's like he's just lost the round,
nice.
and it was everybody else's fault. It's the same voice.
AK picked up in middle as well. This is actually not too impossible here. Mousesports, I mean, they don't have kits, but they're right outside the bomb site, so the kits don't matter too much. And the utility, actually, there are re-smokes here for days from Vitality. That is a big problem. And there he goes forwards. Doesn't really do too much. A flashbang and an HE on Mousesports. It's got to be the God Flash here from Frozen, if he's going to use the flash at all. Woxic making some stepping in the tunnels. They know exactly where he is. We're able to get out of the dodge. They know exactly where that player is now. Down to Woxic, but he will get dropped. 9-3 for Vitality. There has been, I feel like, some spots where Mousesports could have come out with more rounds here, and it's starting, like you're talking about, they may have some nightmare scenarios later on where they start to think about those rounds which they gave up, and it's looking like that's approaching quickly. 9-3 is rough. And
the rounds they have won, to be fair to to be fair to Vitality, the ones they've given away, there's been some crazy moments, right? There's been some absolutely disastrous plays, the Deagles from Rops, etc. So that doesn't actually bode too well. Sure, they're great rounds to pick up, but when you're down this much, and that's the only rounds you've really got so far, that's worrying. And remember, we've always said that they're a bit of a CT-sided squad, Mousesports, so they've got a lot of work to do. Luckily, it's Dust 2, so I don't put that much weight on that particular stat. But if they can bring this back and get 5 rounds, I'm still confident Mousesports can do this. So
how's the juice looking right now, James?
Extra.
Well, it's not too late, man.
It's full of aspartame.
It's not too late. There's more sugar to be had. We're not on a diet can just yet, baby.
We're getting into it though, as this one's still got a lot of legs to it. Trust me, this game I think will still go the distance.
Yeah, it might be from concentrate, but we haven't found out just yet. Smoke on the corner, trying to make his way through his NBK, but the spray's there. Experience working out RPK. That was so beautiful. And maybe, just maybe, they have long. Mousesports will not outstay their welcome. They don't have long, they don't have short. There are huge problems for Mousesports. They have to battle somewhere and take something away from Vitality. Otherwise, they're going to get squashed like ham in a sandwich.
Well, Voxic's doing a great job so far. That's the confidence we want to see from him as he just repositions so perfectly. Good for 2 frags, but still 2 more to find on the Mousesports equation. And this is where things get complicated. Rob's left in a 2 versus 1. He did not perform on Mirage, but he didn't have to, considering the scoreline. He'll make his way up towards the ramp. His first kill is going to elude him. RPK with a beast of a round there.
What an off angle that was.
Yeah, he just didn't expect it at all, did he?
Yeah. That's, by the way, for people who don't understand off angles, why they're so powerful, because at the top level, to get that extra milliseconds of reaction, you pre-aim spots before you arrive, and an off angle, by definition, is taking an angle that goes beyond the spot that you're expecting. And
you're standing in a place which doesn't make sense.
Or just unexpected.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, because he's out in the open, he has no cover.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
It's like, you're not looking for someone to be there.
The mind games.
Yeah.
So, it's not the final round yet, but we're getting there. Mousesports really needed a few more of these clutches to go in their favor. There's been so many close instances, they just haven't closed it out. As they have the Scouts and Deagles now, but we've seen them pull off these rounds before. It's by no means a foregone conclusion, as we'll see if Vitality can continue their default successfully. So far, so good. No short stack from the CTs. They will get full control going through their default. So the Molotov is short, the flashbang over. That will push an AWP back, as Zywoo waits for any sort of intel that can be gathered with no smoke down towards middle. He knows anyone who wants to cross over with this default and presence shown towards short, they're going to have to move eventually. Even if they drop a smoke, that's intel. And they probably don't have the smoke right now, so he can hold comfortably as they find out the Scouts towards short. MBK now the one holding for the rotations. Nothing found though, and this will be a very similar approach to what we saw before. Smokes, flashbangs down, maybe less detailed considering they know there's no AWP against them, but they're going to use the power in numbers here, and Voxy with the Scout maybe gets 1 kill at the very most.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet. They're getting closer, and the Scout's becoming less and less powerful. And Scout has run his course and has not delivered. Chris J does find a headshot though with that Deagle. Can he get anything else? No. If he picked up one more, 1v3 with Rops on a Deagle, maybe you fancy your chances, but I'm not sure there's two possible here. Rops will get some additional damage done though. Does have Kevlar that he can save into that last round of the first half. They will be on maximum loss bonus, so he can fully rebuy no matter what. He'll be on $4,850 after dying, but maybe he can find a gun somewhere.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's about as good as it gets for him at this point. There's only one really available, or a scout, so I don't think he'll be getting much out of this. He wait for the bomb to go off, then run in. Bomb goes off, and we'll see if there's anything to be found. Anything at all. Any scraps? You got anything for me? Nothing.
That quick face to long
like,
three
whoa. Okay, I'll let you guys. You'll cool down there.
You guys do your thing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I'll see you next round.
11-3, looking likely to be 12. But to be fair, the buy actually stronger than I assumed, so maybe not. So we'll see the double AWPs again. Chris J had a great start. Voxic, though, however, not so much, as we'll see him with 6 and 13, considered one of the best Dust 2 snipers. But to be fair, mainly on the T side, as well. I've seen him do most of his work. Flashbangs already call off that sign to get yourself in position. And Frozen will be dropped. RPK has looked so good at that long position. Not a second, surely. Almost. Down to 2 HP. Carrigan has been wrecked himself.
But he is alive, and that can make all the difference. If you have bait setups and so on, he's the second player, the trade fragger, you know, it can be pivotal. And Mousesports need to eke out this last round desperately so they have a good chance on that T side. See Vitality working towards short, looking like they want to just push up onto the A side. And look at this, meeting of the minds. Carrigan leading with that 2 HP that he's got. Oh, and he goes down straight away. Woxic trading. Can he find anything else here? Oh, he's out in the middle of nowhere. Can't quite commit. Does he retreat? Does he try to fight? Still alive. Misses the flick. And with that, all the chances to hold the A bomb site are gone. It's up to the retake of Chris J and Rops.
Back to that short position. Plant the bomb for short, hold short. One player there for the time being. NBK, the elevation change won't help him. Now, Vitality know where one of the two players is. They don't know that both players are here just yet. Chris J making his way around the smoke with an AWP, looking towards Goose. Position taken down is Rops. That leaves Chris J alone now. Where is the second player? Where's the trade fragger? Spotted by the car. You can shoot through the windows. Once you take your shot, there's nowhere to hide. Vitality 12, only 3 for Mousesports.
Only 3, but trust me, they can get a lot more. The stats don't look that good either. Carrigan 1 and 12. Mousesports have the potential to bring this one back. Trust me on that one, ladies and gents. We'll take a break and be back with the second half.
Body like adrenaline shots, no chase, can't wait to see you move side to side. The revolution's on the floor, not televised. Cause when your body's in my hands, it never lies. Come get yourself some satisfaction. House party in the hillside mansion. Smell like weed in the house. Blue jeans, white tee, leather jacket. Looking like a rebel with a cause. Everybody wanna get a little active. Everybody wanna get a little taste. When the rhythm hits your body like adrenaline shots, no chase, can't wait to see you move side to side. The revolution's on the floor, not televised. Cause when your body's in my hands, it never lies. Come get yourself some satisfaction. Get you some, 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 something to satisfy. Something to satisfy you. And I've been going too long trying to catch my breath. If you close at 4, you get no respect. Man, these roads got me thrown, but ain't no regrets. Over glow, it's a show, it's a motherfucking fest. It's a jet, it's a preem. I just got high with the girl of my dreams. I just arrived super high to the scene. Pink shades make these nice look rose color hair, long hair, gon' feel like soul brother out here walking on ice like four brothers. Baby, I'm a bad motherfucker, what you mean? I'm a lit man, drink kerosene out of red cup. True life, but I had a few nights where I lived too fast at the most. Full gas, I know this won't last, trying to puff fast in my car. coast. Deep pray, but I'm not too faded to ride that wave to the coast. Life will give you lemons in the limelight, but if you wanna get your mind right, move side to side. The revolution's on the floor, not televised. Cause when your body's in my hands, it never lies. Come get yourself some satisfaction. Maybe we've been worried.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Right back into the action here as it's 12-3 to Vitality. They've got the defender B rush, though. MBK is looking like he's going to do a tremendous job of that so far. All the headshots delivered so far, with 3 coming in his favor. Alex will chime in as well. It looks like this lackluster approach has been shut down, but still life in it yet. Frozen has found himself 2 kills, and maybe he can do a bit more. It would have been the craziest clutch if he'd have got an ace there. It was looking like it was possible. Yeah. But still, at least he gets himself an extra $900. If they want to force buy here, which might have to be the case, he'll have a bit of extra cash, can drop an AK at least for a teammate, but they might have to wait for the AKs in the third. And tactical timeout will come in to discuss their options. B-Rush, James, not the best approach and not the best result overall.
Yeah. It's so hard, isn't it, on this spot, because you can't rush down mid because they see you. I mean, unless you buy a scout to somehow win that battle. Well, they still want to take that battle. So there's nothing you can do which will surprise the CTs in this position, right?
What would you do?
Save.
Well, that's potentially what's going to happen then.
What would you do, James?
Boys, it's not looking good.
If you can get somebody through suicide at some point, then you could maybe go for a pop flash play through the doors, try and pick up a weapon and do as much damage as possible for the buy in the next round. But you don't really see those as much as you used to. It seems pretty difficult to get somebody into that spot when the CTs have the advantage. You don't want to invest too much. Flashbang and a pistol or 2. Let's see. Rops is going to be low tunnel with a P250. Karrigan is in T-spawn at the moment with the only flashbang for the squad. That is glorious. Maybe Vitality with a read of what might be done. Expecting a bunch of people low tunnel, but they'll get value out of that HE grenade. And now Karrigan goes through suicide with the flashbang, so it might just be a pop flash through the doors after all. But don't outstay your welcome. Boosting, maybe looking towards that short position. Alex expectant, Molotov. Rops checking anyone's pushing through the doors. There's no need to though. So is he going to throw the flash? No. They're going to move towards the short position instead. Maybe if they had jiggled and seen something in mid, they might have gone for the pop flash play. But that hasn't happened. So there may be a greater use for this flashbang.
So, the one flash. Chance to plant. Flash does nothing. Zywoo. He's baiting his teammate towards Goose. He's going to set him up nicely here. Alex, the wide swing. That's the bomb down, so that's all they really have to do. Not the cleanest of kills, but that bomb being planted, they've negated all threat, and Zywoo, he's shown Alex how it's done. It's like, you know what, kid, watch this. Bang, bang, bang. 4 kills, no problem. As he will deny absolutely everything, and the buy has to come in now. There is no chance of an AWP, so there will be rifles. And this, I said this could be the best game of all time. I did say that.
This is why I eco on pistol round. I always have an AWP.
Well,
always.
You're a trailblazer, James. You're
the usual thing, Henry.
Exactly.
You know, it's just another day.
Just innovating the game, changing how it's played.
On my stream today, I actually forgot to buy in the pistol round, and someone said, "Why didn't you buy in the pistol round?" And I was like, "Oh,
that's a new thing I'm trying."
James told me this thing to start trying. I'm like,
You were just like,
I was like, "Oh, look at this AWP
I've never forgot to buy in a round of CS. I'm not going to lie to you. That's never happened to me, and I've been playing since 2002. So that's a new one. That's all the power to you, Dan.
Yeah, I had an AWP worked out.
It worked out. Well, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. To be fair, like, oh, actually, this is not even an interesting anecdote. I'm not even going to get into it. We'll focus on the round, and we will look as to whether Mousesports can make a dent. Flashbangs coming through, though. Huge advantage for the CTs. Overall, of course, with the 14-3 scoreline. B splits looking likely with 4 through middle. They've got that double smoke towards the upper box as well to remove any CT vision. Apex is locked on the B side, but he's got MBK with him with the scouts. They're trying to buy time for the rotations from their teammates.
CT positioning here is actually so strong with the player in lower dark. Starting to backstab, perhaps, towards middle. There it comes. Takes down one, takes down two. And that is the push completely cut in half. Frozen still alive. That was massive damage onto ZywOo. And with that, ZywOo falls back. Frozen's giving them a chance, but they have to recover the bomb. And that may be the case. However, this push from RPK, that is just beautiful. Now down to Frozen to do everything by himself. But he can. He's got time to look it towards that A site, but the crossfire is too strong. And ZywOo makes it happen. Beautiful round from him. A triple kill with the backstab.
Bit of a non-starter this one for Mousesports, I'm afraid. Dust 2 was looking so good for them. Voxic was 7 and 17, and it's been a rough one for him. One of the most highly regarded AWPers on Dust 2. I will say he is playing from Turkey as well, so it's not like it's Voxic on LAN. It's like it's difficult to play in Europe from that region. Pings aren't ideal, but I don't think that would have made this much difference, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, the AWP's one of the more forgiving weapons on high ping as well, but that said, he hasn't really been able to use the AWP very much, and especially not on this T side, and that's what we want to see.
I just wanted to bear that in mind. He's definitely been tweeting about every game he plays online these days. He's having to play 70 to 80 pings, sometimes 100. I don't think it's that.
How old is Voxic?
He's pretty young. He looks, well, I've spoken a few times. He looks like he's at 19, 20, yeah.
Well, he should definitely move then.
I think so.
What age does he not move? 45?
Well, he's 16. I don't want to move to a foreign country, James. Or 17.
That's a fair point, James. You can't argue with that.
Even if he's 17, you know, it's like, well, probably shouldn't be moving to a foreign country yet.
Yeah.
Do it. Those early experiences are the richest ones.
I say do it as well.
Absolutely do it.
Let's get this career.
He's a nerd. It doesn't matter where he is. He's going to live in a bedroom. Match point vitality, many of them. If you went for the juice, maybe it won't be diabetes today.
Yeah, I don't
This looks unrecoverable. Carrigan looking for his second kill, and he'll be denied. We've got falling Frenchman and Gravity on their side. The bomb is in the tunnel, but it hasn't been seen. Chris J's made his way through. Gonna get shot in his Achilles. Rob spots the gun, spots the head. And ZywOo is dead. Maybe there's a chance just yet. Maybe not. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, pretty aggressive from ZywOo. They had the 4 versus 3 at that point. And this is just deathmatch between these two sides. Everyone's pushing everything. It's going to calm down a little bit now, but still facing in middle, giving Voxic a chance to get into this. And he's got a tag on MPK. MPK's still facing him. It's going down to the wire, but Voxic nails it. And that's actually a problem. Apex is pushing towards T-spawn, but that's not much good at this point. See, okay, this angle is helpful, but they can still go out towards mid, get a double face on Alex potentially. And this may have been the masterstroke, though, from the likes of Apex, because unless he misses up the timing, which looks like he may have done.
No, Dan. He's absolutely nailed it.
Oh, he has nailed it.
He's absolutely done him in.
Oh, he's even pulling out the knife.
Well, he can move faster while walking with a knife.
But I know, but he should also just knife Rops. He's going to do it, watch.
No, just win the round. Let's just do that.
Oh, okay.
Let's just get that done.
All right, Henry. No fun, Henry.
No fun, Henry. That's what I'm
Sorry, Dan, the lobby is full. Vitality, take it 2-1.
I absolutely will. Not the game I built up. I apologize for that. And maybe sold you down the river. But either way, it is going to be a very dominant performance from Vitality. Impressive one. ZywOo posting huge numbers again, deep in the 20s. And Rops with some great rounds. And that was the point I really wanted to drive home. Even the rounds they were winning were a little bit desperate. And then you got 3 of them in the first half. They really didn't look as comfortable in Dust 2 as we maybe thought they would do. But Vitality, I have to say I was impressed. They've got a solid Dust 2 T side especially. Their execution towards A, AWPers couldn't do anything. A double AWP setup completely removed, almost useless with the amount of smoke and flashbangs that were going down. Some massive moments as well for Vitality in terms of the clutches, but Mousesports had their own, so you can't really put it down to just that. MBK pretty much closed out the game without playing the B-side and the pistol. And here's how the bracket looks. We have our final, which is all set up for tomorrow. That's going to be North versus Vitality. So that's going to be fantastic. A really exciting game to come forth. You can see how all the other games broke down as the week went on. Virtus Pro we've seen a lot of, but unable to win a game so far. Avantgarde keep testing teams, but unable to get to the finals. And Mousesports will have to try again in the following weeks. There Definitely. We go. What do you guys think about North Vitality? Do you think that'll be a decent game?
I think that's... Although Mousesports would have been really fun, I think that's probably the more even matchup, honestly. just because tactically they can match each other much more. So that should be a really insane best of 3.
Just closing thoughts on Mousesports there, James. So a lot of potential, we all know that, but obviously disappointing. What do you think?
I wouldn't say, we wanted to see some fun on Dust 2, but it's early, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the end of the European side of the broadcast. We do have the North American games coming up very shortly as well. Before we go, though, you can definitely check in on us on social media. We actually have had a lot of tweets today.
Yeah, thank you for those. We had a lot of kind comments. People are enjoying the synergy, the English, and
yes, those are two things that we can be very good at. I think we've got good chemistry here, and the podcast section actually went very well. If you want to join in the conversation, hashtag ECS7. Make sure you tag us in it as well, so we can actually see it directly. And there's all the social media links there as well, especially the website. You want to check that out, where you can get more information about our finals, which are happening in London over the 8th and 9th of June in the beautiful SSE Arena in Wembley in London. That's going to be a great event, and one of these two teams will be there between North and Vitality. So we're going to have to see who does tomorrow, who makes their way through. But for now, we'll take a quick break and be back with the North American region. Another best of 3 for you happening. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. So you don't have to go far. Go get yourself a drink, some snacks, and we'll be right back.